My face, whatever. It is what it is. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Three Pires and a Birdie podcast. My face is dry as hell. My allergies are killing me, so I probably sound like shit. It is what it is. Happy that you guys are tuning in with us. Obviously, Cody, my right-hand man, ripping his wax pen right now.
Red, maybe? No.
We're gonna get red. We're gonna get red.
Yeah, we're gonna
get red because red. Everyone wants to be murdered out on the course like that. You know.
That's how you're red, pop. He's here. Cody, how you feeling today,
Got
bud?
Got to be checked in. I didn't get to do the dab with Teresa like normal, so I got to put myself in another dimension like I am. But yeah, everything's good. Good over here. Golf's been great, so yeah, no
Hell
complaints.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect. I think
so. What do we have? We got Forest Dunes.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we talked to the people. I think, we had Arcadia Bluffs trip. We went to Forest Dunes, played the Loop, and, we had your golf outing, annual Hicks outing last weekend. So I think we kind of give people a little rundown on those couple things. And then also give them an update about the club challenge because it's kind of been a while since we've talked about that. And I don't know, I kind of maybe, give people an idea where everybody's standing at now because a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. Yeah, fuck Kyle. We'll get to that.
Yeah, straight up.
So we can go in order. So Arcadia was first.
Yeah, roll with Arcadia Bluffs. It was your first time out there, so I kind of want to hear what you have to say about it.
So my first time out there, it was cool. I shot, I think like a 97 or 98 or something. Not too bad at the Bluffs course. Played a little bit worse at the South course, but the courses were beautiful, man. Unfortunately, we didn't have the best weather conditions, but we made the most of it and we had a blast. There was only like 3 or 4 holes that really like sucked at the end. But
yeah, man, when it started to rain.
Yeah, when it was raining sideways at the end there because of how windy it was too, I was like, all right, now this isn't as fun. But it was still so much fun to have 8 of us there. Awesome golf course. I can't wait to play it again, hopefully in better conditions. I really like the layout of it. There's some tricky holes. There's some really fun holes. That par 3 over the big ass, valley. That was crazy. That was such a crazy hole to play. The hole where we could go straight along the water, or we ended up going to the right green. The one that was straight was closed or something.
Yeah, they switched the green up there. There was a green that was playing close to the edge. Now they're thinking that it's too close to the side of the cliff there, and it's starting to kind of sink down a little bit, and they can't get the mowers over there or anything like that. So they moved that green farther over to the right when you're looking at it from the tee box, which was different.
Yeah, so instead of playing along the coast perfectly, you kind of play along the coast and go a little bit inland, a little bit, and then there's the green. Which, if you play a shot like mine,
feels like we're on the ocean.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure it is the coast. It's probably one of the longer coastlines in the United States. That's not definitely one of the longer ones. That's not an ocean coastline for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But
every time I hear the word coastline, though, I just think of the ocean.
I know, me too. It's great.
After my mind just goes.
But yeah, the course was great. I don't even remember who I played with that day, but I played with the OGs. Yeah, we played with the OGs. It was me, Nick, Steve, and Kyle. So that's probably why I've played so well, just because I was playing with the people I'm most comfortable with on the Western golf trip. But the second day was great. South course was a little bit more challenging in different ways, especially with how windy it was. Because the South course, it was windier, but it was sunnier. So like at least we got sun and it was nice. But man, that the wind was howling, back and forth. And there's no trees or anything, so you're just like
Bare
the wind
bones,
is
dude.
yeah, you're at the wind's mercy.
I was like
So
trying to get
what's
him to
up?
plant a tree that the night before because I seen how windy it was going to be. I'm like, dude, we're going to need some tree coverage or something. The one time I'm
Dude,
asking for trees on the golf course.
exactly. Literally, the one time I'm begging for trees, bro. Because, yeah, I'd rather have just played an iron shot straight through some trees and try and guide whatever the fuck I was doing there on that golf course through the wind. But it was a beautiful course as well. We had dinner there after, which was cool. I got the tortellini, which was fuego, dude, so good. Got the shrimp tortellini, and everybody ate all their stuff, and all the food looked great. Um, it was a great round. Honestly, I enjoyed it quite a bit. The money was kind of worth it. We got a good rate. Obviously, if the weather was great, I'd say the money was well worth it. The 125 for the Bluffs course and the
Yeah,
95 for the South course. But because the weather, okay, it was worth it. We know what we're going in for and why we get that discount is because we're gambling with the weather.
right.
So,
Yeah.
but it was okay. Yeah, I would play it again. I wouldn't play it in peak with that rate. How much it is? I don't
Oh,
think the
fuck
course
no.
is worth
Like
that
250
much.
some shit.
Yeah, but if we can get a deal or something, maybe $100 off, like 150 or 170, I'd play it again for sure. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, that's how I felt about Arcadia. What about you? How'd you second time playing it for you? So
Yeah,
different
it's fun, dude.
conditions.
Yeah, the conditions were totally different. Obviously, I like playing it better the first time because it was sunny and 75. I mean,
Yeah,
with like probably the littlest wind you could get on there on that golf course at that time
lucky.
of the year. I believe it was like just after Memorial or yeah, just before Memorial
Yeah.
weekend. So
Yep.
that was the first year I went and it was yeah, the weather was way different, but this time, man, it was tough. It was playing a lot tougher for sure. The wind, the rain, like you said, the elements, man, it really brought it, made it from like a me maybe getting like through with like a B game. I went down to like a D game that day.
Yeah, it
I
was
played
tough,
bad.
man.
I shot a 90 there at the Bluffs, which really rocked my world and humbled me. And then I
Yeah,
shot
that can happen.
82 at the South, which first time playing the South course though, and I dig it. Super link style course, wide open, just not as many like bunkers and waste areas either, but where the bunkers were placed at, it was like always in your landing zones off the tee, in your landing zones on your second and third shots on par fives and fours. Like the greens were really turtle backed and sloped, so everything kind of felt like they
Yep.
were all funneling, false fronts and things like that. So that made it a lot trickier. I felt like I was hitting some different types of chip shots into the greens, and trying to play a little bit more like bump and run style into some of the hills and whatnot. But I definitely played a lot better at the South course. Comparing the two, it's I still like the Bluffs better. I think for sure. It's
Yeah.
you just like even if you take away like the views, the scenery and whatnot. I
Right.
just think the
The
Bluffs.
just layout of the
It's
course itself.
It's such a challenging course because you have like blind shots, you have the severe slopes in the fairways, and the greens are massive. So having massive greens that are like super undulated, it's like very tough to maneuver yourself around the golf course. And like I think that really puts you into like a different realm of golfer. Like you have to be able to play your shots. You have to pick certain shots, place your shots perfectly in spots that gives you certain yardages to pins and stuff. And you have to really like feel out, make yourself feel comfortable around the course there. I think you're playing like at the link style at the South, you're able to kind of spray the ball more off the tee, which is like,
Yeah.
it's cool. A lot more golfers will score better there for that reason. The
Right.
hazards are low, not as many hazards. You can't lose your ball as easy. Um, since the bunkers are so well maintained and the sand is so great, like you're able to get out of the bunkers pretty well, even if you're not like a good bunker player. You're usually able to get out. And I think,
I
just
agree.
comparing them, like I think the Bluffs is tougher and I just like the Bluffs all around. It's great. Now,
Yeah.
like, doesn't top it by much, if I was going to say, like, out of 1 out of 10, the Bluffs is probably like 9.5 out of 10. and the South is probably like 9 out of 10. So they're really close. I
All right.
loved them for sure. We had a good group of
Yeah, I
guys
think
too,
quite a
all our
few of
close
us,
friends and stuff, family, and
a lot of us mentioned that the bunkers and the stand the second day was better than the bluffs day. I
yeah,
remember having to hit out of the bunker a couple times, and it was easier to hit out of the bunker the second day than it was the first. Granted, the ones the first day, they might be 10 feet deep. There might be other reasons why it's difficult to get out, but just the sand in general was better the second day. So, yeah, that
I
was
think too.
cool. And then the
You have to
place we
remember
played
too,
stayed at.
it rained like a day or two before we played the bluff, and then it was also raining on
True.
the back nine. So when we were getting in the bunkers, they were a little
Yep.
wet and stuff. We're getting a little hot,
Yep.
harder. And so I
Yep.
mean, when we played the South, it was sunny. They had an extra,
Yeah.
24 hours to
Exactly.
kind of air those things out,
Yeah.
fluff
I
them up,
agree. Good point. Good point.
like beach
Good
sand.
point. And we stayed in an awesome Airbnb. Awesome Airbnb. Shout out to
Dude,
Cooley for that.
fucking great.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. All 8 of us in this one house. It was sick. Pool table, little river, like creek in the backyard, fire pit. I mean, it was just awesome. Yeah, it was cool. It was
Yeah,
as
well,
cool as the golf, honestly. The Airbnb
I
was
like
equal to the golf.
yeah, I agree. I like the cabin style feel too, being right on the river and everything was just wood on the inside. It really felt like you were in an up north cabin, and you were, but
Yeah.
it felt so accommodating and like warm in there.
Yep.
I had like a fireplace, that fucking fur rug in the living room, bro. I was just rubbing my feet on it. I couldn't stop. I just wanted to stand on it the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it
try and
was
throw some
cool, man.
pictures up and videos up here for you guys to see. So while we're talking, I'll try and throw some clips up, a couple pictures of us while we go through like
Nice.
Arcadia Bluffs and Forest Tunes. I'll throw some clips up for you
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah,
All our viewers can
it
see.
was great, man. We went and got some pizza one of the nights. Had a blast. We all got absolutely blasted, just eating pizza and hanging out, and playing pool. Yeah, it was a good time, man. I had a blast with those guys. First
Oh,
time
the
I've
pizza
ever
was fucking good too.
the pizza was so good, and that was the first time I've actually rode with Bascom. I rode with him on the second day, and man, he's so much fun. That guy is so cool. So shout out to
Yeah, it's a
Brandon
great
because
time.
he's a cool dude, very cool dude. And then we had Forest Dunes 2 weeks later. Look at us, fucking
Crazy.
ballers, dude.
What a schedule. Dude,
Sheesh. Yeah, just
Arcadia Bluffs to
check my
Forest
golf
Dunes,
schedule.
also known as the Loop, which is what we
Yep,
played. Dude, and then we
yep.
had, your outing. It was just crazy. So I think, dude, let's roll into Forest Dunes, the Loop.
Well,
We kind of give
you can
people a
go
little
first
bit.
this time.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can go first this time.
So the Loop at Forest Dunes. So we did play the actual Forest Dunes course. I have played that one before. It's a neat little course, awesome little track. But we played the Loop this time, and I kind of wanted to do it around my birthday as like a little birthday, like golfing with the boys type of trip. So I wanted it to be like a fun experience, which is why I chose the Loop. None of us have ever played it. Like, let's do something new, right? It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but let's do something new. Let's have fun with it. And we got 8 people to go, or 7 people, myself, 8 of us total, and we went out there, had perfect weather for it. I mean, couldn't ask for better weather. And
Literally.
that is another one of those link style courses, just like the South Course at Arcadia, where it's wide open, huge fairways, like the little waste areas, the bunkers, like they're so tough to get out of. And the course was playing in immaculate shape. I think the course looked phenomenal. The grass is
Yep.
as low as you can get it without it being burnt and, looking just like mud and whatnot. Tee boxes, man, it's interesting how everything is placed with the tee boxes. You just have one little flag. It's probably like 3 feet high in the ground. You have a black, a red, and a white flag that represents your tee markers. And they're literally just placed on the sides of the greens and stuff, 20 to 30 yards away from some of these greens, sometimes just like 15 yards away from them. And you just basically, I mean, you can drive right up onto the tee boxes. You can get really close to some of these greens. And like, there's no cart paths other than like a few holes. Like they're very hidden. They keep them off to the side. You're able to drive wherever the fuck you want. It's wild. And then you're talking about playing the loop red one day and then the loop black another day, which is playing the course totally different. You're playing it in reverse. Looks looks way different. I thought it was wild to be able to play one hole one day, play the same hole in the opposite direction the next day, and it looked completely different. It was mind blowing to me. It just never. It's wild how they can do that. But I had a 10 out of 10 experience there, and I was glad I got to share it with you and Steve and Kyle and a lot of my closest friends, family, once again. So, what did you think of it?
Yeah,
You actually kind of
I
had a little different experience walking it, so
yeah, walking it was fun. Steve and I walked it, and it's a very walkable course. Like Nick had said earlier, it's a link style course, so it didn't have much elevation change, so that was cool. Um, the course, it was easily the most unique course I've ever played, for sure. The way that you can play it, yeah, the way you can play it forward and backwards. Um, you're good. You're good. The way you can play it forwards and backwards, um, it's pretty interesting because you might think that you remember a hole, and you get there the next day and you just played it, and it's so difficult to remember where you were even at when you played it the day before, or how the hell the layout worked the day before. You're like, wait, were we playing at this green with this
yeah,
fairway or this tee box? And yeah, it's really cool. It's actually a lot easier to see where the next tee boxes are than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I thought I was going to be like super lost. I think we were more lost when we did glow golf, or finding the next tee for that. Than
that was so much.
than
That was so funny.
oh, I know. Than actually this, which I thought we would have just as hard of a time, but it wasn't difficult. Um, I read a little bit about or how and why the guy made the course. He said that it was inspiration from courses over in England, and how they use the course both ways so that they can use the course all year round, and it doesn't get ball marks and divots in the same location. And I'm like, okay, that's genius. And the guy, I think he's a Michigan native, wanted to build a course like that, and then he built it here. So yeah, we're very, very lucky to have that course here, and to be able to play those. Like Nick said, it was a little expensive, but to me, that was way more worth the money than Arcadia Bluffs and the South Course. I like those both, of course, but I think the Loop is just such a unique thing. Like, I don't know how many courses are on the water, on a lake, on water access, but I'm sure there's probably hundreds,
Yeah,
if not maybe even thousands in this country. But I don't know how many courses you can play one way and then play the other way, and are well kept, and are they are prideful of the golf course that they're tending to. Everyone that works there, it's a whole experience. It's like a resort type thing. Um, so I
it really
really
is
appreciate
too.
it. Yeah, I
It's
really
like
appreciate it. And you
it,
said it's like a resort with those houses.
and it saves them money too. It like costs like because they save money by doing that. Like they're
Yeah,
so it's such a genius idea. Like you're making people pay this money to play a course in different ways, right? Two different courses. It's technically one course, and you're just they're doing the same amount of work to keep up two
yeah,
courses for the price
yeah,
of one.
yeah.
So I mean, like
It's genius.
they're making double the
Yeah,
money
yeah.
on
It's
to
genius.
pay the people the same amount of work, right? So it's like,
Right. And you can tell
yeah,
that they're using that money to reinvest in what they have there. Like the clubhouse is beautiful. The houses they're building there are beautiful. I mean, they're building houses on the campus of the golf course right now.
yeah,
2-story, beautiful colonial houses. I mean, they are reinvesting that money that they're making, quite a bit of it, you know, by maintaining one course but charging for two, kind of.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and it's working. It's you can tell that it's not a money grab. They're not just making you pay all this money and you're getting the same treatment you'd get at maybe a Pheasant Run or something, where it's good treatment, but I mean we're talking high class here. We just spent $150, so and they give you high class treatment. I mean, that place is fucking sick. It is. It's very cool. The clubhouse was dope. Everything was cool. The bar, the whole area, all the merch. I mean, I wanted to buy everything in there. I didn't buy anything. I'm too fucking poor for that, but I wanted to. I wanted to buy so many things. So it was cool. Great trip. Stayed at the cabin this time. Unfortunately, Uncle Pat couldn't make it because Grandma had passed away. Shout out to Grandma. Rest in peace to her, Nick and Snyder's grandma.
Yeah.
If you want to say some words at the end, Nick, we can do that. But yeah, it was a wonderful trip, and I had a blast with the six other people. We had so much fun. We had a fire every night. We were
That was
playing
sick. Yeah.
that crazy game I learned, whatever it's called, with tossing the ball.
Oh, track ball.
That was track
Yeah.
ball. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
learned
telling you
that. So
that.
yeah, so it was an awesome trip. I enjoyed every second of it. Yeah, it's been great. I've been sober for almost a month now, about a month now. I'll take a shot or something if it's celebratory for Nick's birthday, but I gave up drinking just because we don't have to go into it deep. But and it's been great to be able to go up north with you guys and not drink and still have fun. I mean, I had a blast, dude. I had so much fun with you guys. So that was cool. That was cool because I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, but I had so much fun. Golf was great. Chilling at home was great. We got Wi-Fi there now. There was playoff
Yeah.
hockey on. There was basketball on. Your dad was getting lit. Snyder's getting lit. Blues getting lit. I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was so much cool. It was a great time.
What did you end up shooting at the loop? Let's throw our scores out there.
I shot 96 on both days, and I shot the exact same score on both nines.
Hi.
Yeah.
Really?
So
That is
yeah, so
nuts.
the easier nine, because one was a par 35 and one was a 37. So the par 35 each day I shot a 45, and on the par
I didn't know
37
that.
and on the par 37 each day I shot a 51 for a 96.
Okay.
So I played the nines the exact same.
That's
So
so
yeah,
funny.
consistency. I know. What's the chance, right? I couldn't have done that if I wanted to. So yeah.
Yeah,
What about you? What'd you shoot
I
there?
threw out a 76 and a 79.
76.
So
Gee.
that was good.
Was that the first day or the second day?
First day.
First day? Okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fucking tight,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
That was fucking tight, dude. I was
76,
out there.
dude. That's insane.
Found something.
All right. Did you get any birdies?
Yeah, one.
Okay. I was about to say, if you shot a 76 with no
One
birdies,
on
dude, that's insane.
one or two actually that day, and then one the second day.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, overall, I loved both those vacations. And then
Yeah.
we had our
Your outing.
or
Your
my
outing,
outing.
bro.
Yeah, my outing.
Just passed. Fresh.
Yeah, it was this past week. We had 100 golfers there. It was really cool. The weather wasn't the best. We're going to be saying that all summer, I feel like.
I
So
know.
sorry if it's
Pretty
redundant that
shitty
we go,
so
it's
far.
windy, it's rainy, because it just keeps happening. But the outing was great. 100 golfers. The winning score was 13 under Corey Strauss' team. What else?
Yeah, I can't believe that. How did
Uh,
your team finish?
yeah, we shot 4 under. We had 5 birdies and 1 bogey.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
was cool. Yeah, so that was cool. Nick Perry's first golf outing, I'm pretty sure. So, dude, we had him
Yeah, you had
lining
more of a
up putts
party group.
first. Yeah, we had more of a party group. We traded our best player, technically, yeah, our best player, Dennis, for our
For sure.
now least best player. That's the
Yeah.
nicest way to put it.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. Nick and I had a great time. He rode with Steve, and I rode with Cooley, and we had a blast. That was the worst I've ever played in my outing, for sure. And I don't know why. I
What?
just I couldn't concentrate. I mean, like the first 6 holes, I felt like I wasn't even there. I don't know if I was like checked out on something else, but it took a little while for me to even like contribute. But then I started to contribute, started chipping it close and doing other things. But
Having that new
yeah,
teammate was putting pressure on you.
it could have been that.
You're
Yeah, I don't
trying to
know what it
show off to
was.
Perry.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I wanted to fucking make sure I showed him I can golf, but it was a great time golfing with those three guys. I mean, we had a blast. Snyder, I don't even have to say it, but he's
Yeah,
a goofball. Cooley, Perry too. Oh man, it was just a whole bunch of talking shit, and our nickname was the Wounded Birds. So
yeah.
we
Who
kept,
came up with that, Snyder?
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
The night before, we're at Snyder's house. Nick Perry, Snyder, myself, and Alex. And right before I go to leave, Nick's like, "Dude, you got to watch this video. You ever seen the Wounded Bird?" Or he said something about Wounded Bird. I'm like, "What the fuck's that?" He goes, "Dude, you never seen the Wounded Bird video?" And I was like, "No." He pulls up this fucking old Tiger Woods video. It's probably like, I don't know, 1998. And he's talking about swings. And he's like, yeah, he's breaking it down. He's like, you got to do this, you got to do that. He goes, and you got to grab it like it's a wounded bird.
Oh, you are.
And then next thing you know, Nick Perry's like, all right, well, we're the wounded birds. And I'm like, all right, we can be the wounded birds on. So from
That's
that
so
video,
funny.
we became the wounded birds.
That is
That name
hilarious,
stuck for
dude.
us. Yeah, we kept every birdie call. We do a wounded bird like a little chant. It was cool. It was fun.
That's funny. Hey, hold on. Let me say bye to these kids. Andy's here with his kids.
Yep. Yeah. You're good. I'll give them a
But yeah,
talk.
there's
So
like
the
100
outing
people
was,
there.
yeah. So we had 25 groups. Actually, one group ended up coming. Shout out to the homie JP Justin Price. He, one of our mutual friends, Jake Woody, asked to join the outing, but told JP, and JP forgot to tell me. So I'm sitting there, and Woody walks up, and I have a list like pretty much memorized in my head at this point of who's all supposed to be there. And I'm like, man, I don't remember seeing his name on there, but whatever, bro. Maybe he's a sub for somebody. We got so many of the homies there. It could be on anybody's team. So, um, 10 minutes goes by. I'm checking people in, and most of the people's envelopes I had collected throughout the week because it just is easier to be proactive and do that. But I end up coming back out, and he goes, "Hey, dude, did JP tell you, I wanted to be in the outing?" And I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure he never told me." I mean, don't get me wrong. No, I partake, so I might forget some things, so I could be wrong. But I don't think JP told me because I feel like I would have wrote that down immediately or set a reminder or something. But yeah, so Woody ended up having a team. I think he was even with Tim Green. I saw Tim Green's name on our at the very end. Kurt, who's the club pro at Green Oaks, which is where we had it, he made this big old sheet for skins for it to be easier for me to compare the scores for everyone. Um, I don't know if you guys know what a skin is, so I guess I'll break down a skin golf term. Um, it's a betting game. So a skin is when you play a hole or everyone plays a hole, and depending on your score, if you scored a low score that no one else scored, you did it by yourself, whether it's you or your team, you get what's called a skin. So
You got it, buddy. Give me
so
nothing.
we filled out the skin board, and at the very end, there ended up being two skins actually. So one of the skins was a birdie on the first hole, which is a par four. One team, Tim Moran's team, birdied that, so shout out to him. And then there was an eagle on hole two, which was Brian Hubb's team, and he was the only team to do that. So it was only two skins. So yeah, it was cool filling out that board. It made it real easy for the most part
Oh,
to
it makes it
compare the
way
scores and
easier with
everything.
that board, dude. Without that board,
Yeah,
it's like you're just having four or
yeah.
five people come
Yeah,
over
you
and
got.
help you,
I was about to
and
say you got five people calling on
it's
numbers. Who's
a
got a
chaotic
par? Who's
mess.
got a par? Yeah. So so it was great. We had a blast. Like I said, everyone came that was supposed to, and more with
I
Jake
don't know
Woody's
who beat
team and
my
everything.
longest drive. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, what was that guy's name? Like Michael Thomas or something like
I almost
that.
wanted to go
Tall
out there
dude,
and
big
say, "Hey, we're
old.
going long drive right now. We're playing one. We're
He
gonna
is a
tee off
big
one
old
hole and
dude.
see who hits it farther here."
Dude, he was probably 6'4", 240. I mean, that
I
guy
would have
was a
played. I would
big
have played
dude,
the
bro.
first hole with him and been like, "All right, we'll do long drive here. Let's see who hits it farther. Keep it in the
Yeah,
fairway."
yeah, for real. Yeah, that's the thing about those competitions and having an outing. Is with golf in general, it is an honor system sport. Like it's
Yeah.
not like basketball or anything else where like it's very clear if there's a goal or a point scored. In golf, you have to trust the other person. I mean, they have to sign each other's scorecards at the end of each round, which I believe you had to do in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all honor. So when it comes to an outing like that and big money, it's $2,000 up for grabs in total. Some people, might be like, "Hey, do you trust that team or do you trust that person?" And unfortunately, we kind of have to. And I get that every year. Somebody will come up to me every year and go, "Did that team really do that, or did that person really do that?" And I said the same. I'm like, dude, I have to trust them. Like I don't have a way to verify. So that's probably the only downfall of hosting an outing is every year someone will be like, "Can we trust them?" And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. We have to. If they say they won the thing, insert thing, whatever it is, low score or whatever, we have to trust them. So yeah, that's one of the downfalls of hosting an outing. But most people, if not everybody, is pretty accepting of that answer. No one really gives me a hard time
I
about
had so many
it.
people come up to me and compliment me on that drive and say, "Dude, that's such a long drive," and it was
Dude,
in the
it
middle
was
of the fairway.
awesome.
5
I
different
got to
people from
see it.
different groups, and then I told who was it the next day or at golf leagues? Who did it? I told Matt. I was like, "Yeah, I didn't even end up winning that. Somebody beat me." He goes, "What? How did anybody beat you?" He's like, He's like, "I don't know. I find that hard to believe." I was like, "I don't know. Somebody beat me, And
Dude,
then, uh,
I got to see the drive. It was awesome. We were on the green on that par five on two, and you hit, and Cooley went back, and I went back with him Cooley went back to
yeah,
grab the
you
marker
came back
to
with the
mark it himself. Yeah, and he goes, and I'm watching him go back, and I'm looking, and he doesn't even grab the marker. He just turns back around, and I'm like, well, what the fuck, dude? You got to write your name down. He comes back. I see where he turned around at. I'm like, damn, he was far up there. He goes, yeah, Nick just landed in the fairway. I look back, dude, your ball's right in the middle of the fairway, 40 yards past his. I mean, and he hit a good shot, like a really good shot. And you probably poked it at least 300, 305. I mean, you ripped that thing. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, that
Ken
was a
was like,
great
"Bro,
shot,
you
man.
hit that far as hell." He's like, "I hit one as good as I could." And he's like, "I was still like 20 yards behind you." And my dad's like, "I
Dude,
played from the senior tees and I hit one of the better drives I had all day and I was still 30 yards behind you." I was like, "Dude,
really?
everyone's
Even
been
your
telling me it's a
dad?
great drive.
Gee.
Somehow one of the last groups beats me."
Yeah. Yeah, that part sucks. I know. It does. But it was a cool outing.
It was sick.
Everybody had a great time. Everyone always asked me to put on like a second one in the year, and I'm never gonna do that. I don't think just the one's enough for me. Plus, we always have Justin's to go to, so we
There's a
have
lot of
another
shit
outing.
going on too. It's like towards the end of the
Yeah,
year even.
yeah. I'm
Our
I'm
golf
ready to just
trip,
golf.
like
Yep.
the
Oh yeah, which we have
football
the golf trip
starts,
coming up.
like
Steve's Yeah, Steve's gonna be the captain and Flynn. Oh man, that's gonna be
yeah,
great.
it's gonna be a good time.
So what about you? How'd you enjoy the outing? And it was your birthday. Congrats! Happy birthday. That was
Yeah, it was
cool.
wild, dude. What a movie.
Yeah, yeah, I know,
My
right?
birthday, like I had all my friends and family at the golf course just golfing, drinking. That's probably the best
Yeah,
Sally I could have on a birthday. Like
yeah. I mean, you got
talk
to
about
golf
talk
with
about
like
a
30
birthday
of your
party.
closest friends. Yeah,
That was legit. That was, yeah, that was fun. I got drunk as hell. I was getting real, real lit, and I got back home, and everybody else came over. There was like 10, 15 people that came back over afterwards, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to like water, have some food." I was like, maybe I'll have one beer tonight if I feel better, but right now I'm going water. So I hung
yeah.
out the rest of the
I
night.
feel you.
But the outing was good. It all started at the outing when I fucking was just drinking before the first hole. I was like guzzling down a beer before I even teed off. 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
cracking a beer. You had
breakfast
a
beer, baby.
yeah. But no, it was fun. I had a good time. I always do though. That's
What'd
Fournier.
you guys shoot?
John Fournier had a real good time too because he was happy he got to see Ryan because he hasn't seen my brother in a long time, a couple like years.
Really?
So it was cool. They got to link up and see each other again. So he was happy about that.
Nice.
It's kind of cool
Hell
how
yeah,
like
that's
when you
cool.
throw this on, you have so many people who haven't seen each other in a while actually be able to see each other once again, and like reconnect. So it's cool that
Yeah, I
you
mean,
see that, you get that moment, that
even
experience.
oh yeah, even for me, I mean, and you like when we see Tim Moran, that's
Yeah,
usually like one of the only times when I see Woj, when I see Shane Zig, like almost everyone is
yeah,
like one of the only times, if not a few times, I'm going to see them throughout the year. Only 20 out of the 100 people I'm going to see all the time. The other 80, I might see that just that time. So yeah, it's a great time to be able to bring everybody in. And I say it every year, but I swear this day I realized that you could host a party and call it golf. I was like, oh, I'm doing that. Like,
yeah.
it was such an easy. I enjoy hosting regular parties at a house or a kickback at something or, but to be able to do it on the golf course, my favorite place, like, it's such an easy decision. And I'll probably continue to do it for quite a while.
The one thing I
So,
was mad
yeah.
about was I didn't get to fly my fucking drone. I wanted to
Oh,
get
yeah. I
sick ass
forgot about
video of
that.
everyone getting in their cart and taking off, and you kind of talking and whatnot. But
Yeah.
since we were
So,
so
what
close
happened
to the
with
damn
that?
airport, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, what do
I,
you need? Clearance?
well, I have to give them a bunch of information, so I'll have to do it next year. But I'll do it
Okay.
next year, and
Yeah.
I'll be
That's
able to
pretty
fly that
wild.
bitch because I was a little upset.
So, how'd you know? Does it like just say on your
It'll tell
phone?
you. Yeah, it tells you on your phone.
Says, go fuck yourself.
It tell me no.
Damn, that's wild. All right, well, we can do it real quick, but we have golf league that started, so that's been great. Nick and I have been playing together almost every week. That's been cool.
Yeah, except for the one
And
time when you fucking ditched me.
yeah, and I
You
shot a
got out of there
43 that
quick.
time. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good round. That's my low round on the back nine, 43. That was a great day for me. That was about 3 weeks ago.
That's why you
Um,
have to. You can't play with me anymore. Then you shoot better when you're not with me. That's some bullshit.
dude, I know.
Don't like
Well,
it at all. Not one bit.
I get too nervous around you. But you played well last week. 2 birdies. We're both doing okay. I think we're both like 2-3 or 3-2 or something. We're right in the middle of the pack, but it's early, so I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
I'm having
standings right
way
now.
too many double bogeys on my scorecards this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, my score's
Lost
way up.
balls
My
or what
handicap's
are
up
they?
too. It's not good. I don't like it.
Dude, I got mine down to an 11, the best it's ever been. Okay, this past week, like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and then I shot horrible, and now it's back up to a 14.
It shut up three like that.
Yeah, it shot up 3, back up to
What?
like my normal 14, 13 handicap. I was at 11, bro. I was like, fuck yeah, 11, dude. That's awesome.
Well, I'm fucking at a three. I should probably at a four now. I was at
Yeah,
a
I think
two,
you're at 4 now. I think you're at 4 now.
which is
So,
okay in
yeah,
some sense, but no, I don't. I want to be down to a two.
I feel
I'm a
you.
two
Yeah, I want to be
golfer,
back.
dude. I'm better than that.
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm like a 12. Like if I had to, like if I really honed in, I think I could be like a solid 12 handicap. I could average 48 each nine. So I just got to do that. So that's what
I'm
we're
just
gonna do.
not hitting good shot. Like a lot of it's like I'm not compressing the ball at all with my irons anymore. This year,
Me
and
either.
I just lost it this year. I'm getting the ball out there, but it's not like I'm compressing it. Like, dude, last year when I was shooting low, it felt like I'd never like I'd hit the ball, and it felt like I'd never even hit the ball really. Like it was so good of compression, and I would get like a nice
Right.
little, come off good, and now I'm like, I don't know where it's fucking going. I'm like trying to fight a slice. I feel like at times, like I'm like chunking the golf ball now. My wedge shots suck. I have no feel. It's like I don't know the game of golf anymore. I just lost it.
I I would say you're definitely lost the consistency, but it's only marginal. It's not, it's not a lot. You didn't Snyder. No offense to Snyder. You didn't like fall off a cliff.
Dude, I'm not hitting
You're
the
just
greens like I normally do on my iron wedges and
yeah.
stuff.
You went from being an A minus to like a B plus. You're still right
B
there.
minus,
It's just no, not a B minus, not a B
a
minus, not
whole
a B
grade
minus. But you're
down.
still like a B plus. But you definitely have regressed a little bit, and you can tell, and I don't know why. But it's weird because you can still shoot lower than you've ever shot. So it's like you have the capability to play great, but you're not consistently playing as great as you were last year, I guess is the way I want to say it. So you can shoot lower this year, but you can also shoot higher this year than your range of what you can shoot isn't as tight as it used to be. It used to be
Yeah,
what, an 80 to an 86, let's say. Now it's 77 to 87. So it's 10 strokes. That's a way bigger gap for you now. I guess is the best way to put it. Where you used to be real, I mean, you fucking shot within 2-3 strokes of yourself with your eyes closed, with them open,
yeah,
wherever you're at in Florida and Michigan, wherever, it didn't matter.
yeah.
You know? And now it's just you have a wider range. Like you can go 76, which is crazy.
And then
But you
I
can
could go
also go
90.
80. Yeah, you can go 90, which you never did
Like at the
before.
bluff.
So
It's like, holy shit,
yeah,
dude.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know why that is. Because I can't track it. I mean, I know you're working with your swing. You're doing the shoulder up thing. You're trying to
But
gain
that's
more
just with the
yardage off
tee.
your
That's just
driver.
with the driver, though.
Right. Just with the driver.
And I
So,
think
and
that
that's
actually
been
is
good.
okay at some like I'm like 50-50 with that right now. Like maybe 60,
Yeah.
maybe 60-40. Like, but
I
like
don't.
before I wasn't really hitting. I was just hitting the 3-wood, you know. So it was like
Yeah, I
I
was
never
just about
really
to
had an
say.
issue. But when I
Yeah, I
got
was
the
trying to
cheap
think of.
driver, I wanted to keep trying to hit it like better and better. So
Of course. Of course. I mean, that's why we both keep ripping driver no matter
yeah.
what. We're like, all right, let's work on it.
But it's the iron
um,
shots that really are getting me, and my wedge shots are pissing me off because I'm chunking wedge shots and stuff and not clipping them or anything like. I'm not getting my low spin or anything like.
yep.
So
Yeah. I think I worked so much on my woods and drivers in the off season, and mainly because like hitting my irons in the simulator, it started to hurt my hands and wrists and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's just focus on woods and drivers. I feel like I got a lot better at those. And then now I can't fucking hit an iron, bro. I can't. There's rounds where I'll go where I can hit an iron. I'm like, yes, I got it back finally. Okay, like whatever I'm doing right now, it's working. And then
yeah,
there's rounds where I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like I don't even feel confident in like any part of my swing. I don't feel confident in my grip. I don't feel confident in the backswing. Like you said last round or the round before, you get up top and you think you're doing this.
yeah.
And that happens to me too, like every now and then. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And I don't know. So I need to work on my irons. I think either tomorrow or I mean, maybe Saturday I might go to Mickey's, especially if the grass is open. It
Yeah,
should be better.
that's
And
the
then
thing too.
I'm gonna hit some irons because I don't want to hit irons in my simulator. I'll hit driver and wood. I'll play around out there, but I don't want to like go to work on my irons just consistently in the
Yeah,
simulator. It would hurt too much. So I'm gonna get out to Mickey's and work on my irons for sure. For sure, I have to. Yeah, I can't. I
I
don't want
think
to play like this. So
I think
got to work on it.
partially is my alignment and my how I set the club down when I address the ball.
You think
Right
it's
now,
too
I think
open?
no, I think I'm trying to turn it like close it too much and really like hood the
Okay.
club a little bit of
Yep.
the iron because I'm like trying to like get down on it, like hit behind it, like
Right.
compress
You're
it down,
trying to compress it
like
now.
really
Yeah. You're
trying
trying to.
to. And
Yeah.
when I do that, as soon as I like look down at it and close my hands, then I readjust my alignment a little bit, and then it fucks me up in the head. And I got to stop doing that. I got to go back to just realigning how I used to, just like looking at my
Okay.
target, setting down, and just kind of get ready. Like, don't
Yep.
even think about it and just swing. Because I think I'm
Yeah.
turning I'm getting too handsy and shit with it now, and just it's fucking me. I gotta just keep it simple.
Dude,
Like get
I'm
down, like
telling you,
adjust
you
the
have
ball,
to.
dude. My club is right. It's fine. It's been fine the past couple years. Why am I worrying about it now? Right? Like, don't
Right.
worry about it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hit some bad shots occasionally. It happens. Like as soon as I hit a
Yep.
bad shot, I start thinking I'm doing a Steve now. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta change this. I'm doing this. Oh, like maybe my fucking grip is like this. Like I gotta stop that. It's done.
Yep.
It's over today. I'm not doing it anymore, Cody.
All right. I like it. He's the new man. I got to do the same thing, man. I have to just own my swing and just say, okay, this is how it's going to work, Cody. You got to swing this swing. Don't second guess it. So, but
Trust
yeah,
it.
we'll continue to work on that. It's early in the season. Shout out to Tristan Tozzi, one of our OG listeners. He just shot 2 rounds of 90 while he's down. I believe he's in like Carolina or Kentucky or something. So shout out to him. Those are 2 of his best scores ever. He's been killing the ball. He said he has to work on his wedge game, just like we were just talking about. He said as soon as he gets back, he's going to get back in the lab and work on his wedge game. But shout out to him for shooting those great scores and
Fuck
keep
yeah.
it up, man. It's so cool to see what different things the simulator did for different people. Like Cooley can chip now, like for real, no bullshit. I've seen him greenside and the in the outer, and he was chip. He had 1 skull. That's it out of 18 holes.
Yeah.
However many chips that is, 8 chips or whatever it might be. So he is getting the ball up and down confidently, no problem. He's not just stabbing at it. And then Steve, his drives are getting a little bit better. Like it's interesting to see what's getting better for people using the same device. But yeah, it's been cool. Obviously, I wish something got better for me, but that's
Me
not the
too.
case. No, I'm
Said we're
kidding.
getting
I'm
worse.
getting, if nothing else, I'm getting more confident standing over a drive. That's if nothing else. So that's cool with me. I'm cool with that. I just got to work on that now. So
You got
that's
it,
the
brother.
plan.
You
Yeah,
got
that's the plan. And then what else we got? We got the club challenge, and then I got to go to dinner with Cass here in like
Yeah,
10
we'll
minutes.
just
So,
run. Do you remember the points for everyone? Just rattle off the
yeah,
point.
I know the roundabout. I mean, I know Kyle's. I'm pretty sure
Go
Kyle's up,
first.
right? He's at like 17. You're at like 15. Snyder's at like 13 or 12. I'm at 8, and Tristan's at like 6.
Yeah, so
So it's
Kyle took
not
the
good.
lead, man.
Yeah, so fuck Kyle. That see the comment earlier, 45 minutes earlier about fuck Kyle. He got Scotty Scheffler in the last tournament, which was a major, of course. And Scotty won. So 6 points
Fucking
to him.
bullshit, dude. Kyle
Yeah,
picked the fucking winner in the major. Steve picks the winner in the major. Nick gets
yeah.
fucked out
I
of it.
wonder. How about this? Do you think we're gonna go 4 for 4, picking a major winner?
Yeah,
I do
without
too.
a doubt.
I
Yeah,
do too. I do too. I mean, we get
we're
5
not
picks at the
dumb.
major win. Well, that
Someone's
and
picking a major winner.
it's been like the top players. So, it hasn't been someone that we're not picking. It's been a Bryson at the top. It's been a Scotty. It's been a Rory. It's been a Xander. So I think that we're doing good. But if someone sneaks up like Brian Harmon, no one's picking him. So, but yeah, that's the club challenge so far. We're through 2 majors. We're about halfway through the season. Kyle's winning right now. It's
Can't let this go down. Like we can't let
we're
the
gonna
new guy win.
we're gonna have to burn this bitch to the ground
No
before we let
letting new
him.
guys win, bro. We can't. We gotta stop
Yeah,
this shit. I have to win before
yeah.
Tristan and Kyle can win.
And one last thing is we have 3 tickets to live now. It will be Nick, myself, and my coworker Justin Hoff. We
Oh
got
fuck yeah,
weekend passes to the Live Championship. Yep, and they were only $125 a ticket for the whole weekend, so that ain't shit.
dude. What?
Um,
It's a
I think it ends
solid
up being like
deal,
40 bucks a
bro.
day. Yeah, it's like 40 bucks a day. So, yeah, so we'll be doing that August 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So, yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait, bro. So, yeah, we got a lot coming up. Ohio coming up next week, the Memorial Tournament. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll be
it'll be a
down there for
blast.
that. Hey, maybe we'll do a podcast while we're down there with Cooley.
Oh, dude, that would be great, man.
You want
Honestly.
to do that?
Eh, Yeah, and I know he would like to do it too. Cooley always enjoys getting on the podcast with
Yeah,
us.
let's try to make that happen.
All right, yeah, I'm down with that for sure. I can't wait. I booked our rounds. I texted you today. I booked both the rounds, so we're set to go, brother.
All
We're
right,
set to
brother.
go. Have
Well,
a good time.
I'm about ready. I think that's all I got.
Yeah,
You got anything else?
yeah, me too. I gotta go meet Cass for dinner, so I'm good, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, man. Well, you enjoy your dinner. I
Yeah,
hope
and
the rest of you
shout out
guys.
to Brad Hubbs. It's his birthday. Shout out to Brad Hubbs. Forgot about
Yes,
that.
sir. Happy birthday, Bradley Hubbs. Much
Yep.
love.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
However the women do it. All right, man. Yeah,
However,
you enjoy your
women
dinner
do
and
it.
tell Cass I said hi. As
All right,
always, thank
will
you all
do.
for tuning in and listening to another Three Pars and a Birdie podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share it with your friends and family, and Don't forget to use your one time. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, and I think I found something. See
I
y'all.
think I found something. Peace.